Hey guys, welcome back to the show. Today is March 24th, 2020, and the news are sponsored by camerastore.com. So thank you, Camerastore. First of all, we didn't reach the amount of likes that I had asked to do the 2 rolls of Portra 400 giveaway, but honestly, in the times that were happening at the moment, I'm going to go ahead and do the giveaway. We are at 498 at the moment. It was 2 rolls of Portra 400 in 135. So I have my phone here. Let me randomly pick a winner, and that will be Jerry Can. So Jerry Can, reach out to me and I'll send you 2 rolls of Portra 400 and 135. For next week's, there's not going to be any giveaways, so this is just normal news. Then, first of all, I have finally finished up the podcast that I wanted to launch. Everybody that asked, thank you for asking. The podcast is going to be called Better Call Nico. So, first of all, I'm going to put the logo there so you can see it. First of all, it's a different film photography podcast, like I mentioned. It's not going to be me with hosts doing chats. It's not going to be me and a group of friends talking film photography. It's going to be me and you guys talking together, okay? And it's kind of a little weird, but let me explain. You basically send a voice message to the number that's on the website, and I will get your request or doubt or question or problem, and I will do a podcast based on that. So it's like a call-in podcast, but no phone calls because we live in different time zones. It would be almost impossible. This is basically you send me your request. If you're very, very shy, you can send me an email and I'll read it out loud, or maybe you don't speak proper English, but it's going to be in English. So you can send your voice message through WhatsApp, would be the best, or other platforms that you decide like that. And you can request whatever doubt you have, problems you're having, and I'll record a podcast. Probably I'll do a couple questions per podcast, so they're not like 10-minute podcasts only. But that's what it's basically going to be. This idea comes from nowadays, if you go to your photography store, you go to your local pharmacy or whatever, nobody really knows anything about film. You usually go there and they're selling digital cameras or memory cards or drones or gimbals or whatever the stuff is that's going on right now at camera stores. But most people don't know or are not lucky enough to have a camera store that knows about film. I've been running forums for maybe 12 years already, and I don't know it all. I have, some knowledge about film, and I want to help out people. So this is going to become like your local camera store podcast. So you'll be able to send your request and talk to me and say, hey, I have this doubts, or I want to buy this, or I have this problem with my developing, or whatever it is. And I'll do a podcast with your theme and question. So hopefully that will become interesting. One thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be making stickers of the design of the podcast with the phone number and the website. And I'm going to be sending them to the first 100 requests. Please make the request, meaningful. Just don't do it for the sake of the sticker. If you just want a sticker, maybe I'll make them available for purchase or something like that. But the whole idea is that people get motivated to kickstart this podcast, because I'm not going to record any podcast without you guys. So it all depends on you for me to do this content. So yeah, that's it. BetterCallNico.com. That will be the new podcast coming out basically as soon as you guys start sending requests, and I'll start recording. I already have everything ready. The website, all of that is ready. I just need your requests. So, to the news. Sorry for that. Basically, Kodak Alaris has published their 2019 results, and Emulsive's done a whole article about it. You can also check it out at Kodak. I have not gone into detail of reading if they've done great or they've done horrible. That is for you guys if you want to read it. I'm sorry, maybe I'll make a separate video just on that piece of news, maybe talking to Kodak personally, especially during these times where there's a lot of doubts of what's going to happen with a lot of things. So yeah, Kodak has launched that, their 2019 results. Then on other news, we have Photokina that was in May this year has been canceled due to current events and is being postponed, I think, to 2022. So the last Photokina was 2018. It's going to be 4 years without Photokina, which is starting to make it look like maybe we won't have Photokina again. Hopefully we will, because that's where I've gone the last 2 editions, and it's really cool and fun to go and see all the film industry there. Then we have an update from the LabBox from Italy. Arzimago, who made it, have published that they've already sent 98% of their what is it? LabBoxes or rewards to the Patreons. There's a couple countries and certain issues. Also, there's an update on their Pro lid that's going to be coming later this year. So if you were a LabBox backer and you were waiting for the lid, or maybe you haven't received it yet, you might want to check it out. Also remember that it's available to purchase if you decide you want to purchase it because it fits your needs to develop. Then we have another update from Reflex. The Kickstarter campaign to bring back a new SLR film camera has a bit of things. They had to leave China due to the situation there a couple months ago. They're back in China. Things are opening back up, and they're slowly continuing with the project, which is nice. They also had made their plan to have a working prototype at Photokina in May, but now Photokina is not happening. We don't know what's going to happen with that. But if you want to go read the update, I think it's interesting because there's no new SLRs in the market since the Nikon F6 or the Canon 1V or things like that. But right now there's no new camera except for the Nikon F6. It would be nice to have Reflex. Then Intrepid has officially launched their black version 4x5. It'll be limited, if I'm not wrong, to 50 units. It's going to be, the price is going to be £300, and they're going to be launching it March 27th. So if you want one beforehand, maybe you can write them because it looks pretty nice, all black, I have to say. But if you are thinking about getting Intrepid 4, that in black special edition, it's going to be limited. There's not going to be made. I think they're not going to make many more. Maybe they'll do a second run, but I'm not sure about that. Then we have another update from the Film Lab app, who Abe, who actually gave me this tie. No bribing Nico here, but he gave me the tie, so thank you, Abe. Has officially posted that I think the app is finally going to go live away from the alpha beta programs on the App Store and the Play Store, iOS Store, whatever it's called, I don't know what it is, Apple Store. Basically, he's going to be making the app, and then there's the desktop app that will be free for a couple years for those backers from the Kickstarter like me. So we'll have 1 or 2 years of the free desktop part. The desktop has been working fairly good for me. They're in beta 0.51, I think. Right now, I highly recommend you check it out. You just have to put it on your Windows or Mac machine. It's a folder. You drag your pictures and it inverts them directly. So it kind of works like the Negative Film Lab, if I'm saying that right, because I always mix all these things. But it's on your desktop, so you don't have to have Lightroom, pay the fee or whatever, which is pretty nice. And it works with raw images and whatnot. So you can go check it out. It's pretty exciting, and I think Abe is doing a great job. This was all going to be announced at the photography show that got canceled, so he's put it on Kickstarter. And yeah, that's the news for this week. As I mentioned, the podcast is launched officially today. The art is being made by a designer, which I really like. I hope that you guys send your requests. Please just go to bettercallnico.com and you can request through voice. Remember, if you don't want that and you want a separate video, you can always go to Super Film Support. I'm back on track with that. I made a couple of videos last week about Super Film Support, even an outing, which now I can't do. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. And as always, you have an email to send any information below. See you in the next one. And also stay home and stay safe.